English Language Arts, Class Syllabus for the 2025-2026 school year. Teacher, Mr. Sheffield. Email, austinsheffield@antiochschools.net. Extension and room number 24417. Course description. As the class title suggests, English Language Arts is about the art of using the English language well. There are 4 skills involved in doing so: speaking, writing, listening, and reading. By the end of the class, students should be able to use all these skills at an 8th grade level. If this be the destination, then how are we going to get there? Through 7 units of instruction, reading and narrating novels, and much instruction in language. From month to month, we will engage in instructional units on reading and writing stories, determining the meaning of unfamiliar words, reading and analyzing informational or explanatory texts, poetry, and so much more. For 5 of these units, student will complete writing projects. From week to week, we will be reading modern classics and practice active reading thereon. From day to day, we will practice grammar, vocabulary, spelling, and even rhetoric. A common week of instruction: Mondays and Thursdays. Pick up your assigned laptop and class novel. Go to assigned seat. 2. Narrate the day's reading in the month reading and writing practice document. 3. Write 3 memory aids for the vocabulary in the same document. 4. Participate in the stand, share, sit activity. Corporately read the lesson focus while standing. 5. Participate in a lecture from the unit and complete the classwork in the week classwork document. 6. Review lesson focus, class cleanup, return laptop, remain out of the front of the class. Tuesdays and Fridays. Pick up your assigned laptop and class novel, go to assigned seat. 2. Write your response to the day's writing prompt in the month reading and writing practice document. 3. Write down the copy work, learn the grammatical rhetorical concept of the day, and sing the grammar memorization song. 4. Participate in the stand, share, sit activity by singing and identifying the grammatical concepts in the copy work. Corporately read the lesson focus while standing. 5. Listen closely to the reading of the class novel, participate in the class narration, and practice active reading on a section of the class reading, all in the week classwork document. 6. Review lesson focus, class cleanup, return laptop, remain out of the front of the class. Wednesdays. 1. Complete the quiz on grammar, vocabulary, or spelling in Microsoft Teams. 2. Complete the teacher-assigned iReady lesson. Grading. Here at the beginning of the year, it is vital to make the point that students will be graded on their work, not merely on completion. Quantity is essential, but quantity alone is inadequate to succeed in this class. The students' work will be graded also based on their work's quality, whether they have completed their work properly, thoroughly, and accurately. Properly, following instructions and completing the work accordingly. Thoroughly, fully answering question prompts, fully capturing narrations, etc. Accurately, answering the questions correctly or truly. For this reason, students should expect this class to be rigorous. Here's a breakdown of the grading categories for the class. Category and percent of grade. Week classwork, 50%. Reading and writing practice, 20%. Projects, 10%. Quizzes, 5%. iReady, 5%. Participation and attendance, 10%. Note: you may be wondering what you'll be graded on under the category of participation and attendance. Each day of class, you'll have the opportunity of earning 5 points. You earn these points by coming to class on time and participating. You lose these points for being tardy, failing to participate, answering questions when called upon, or not meeting classroom expectations. See the section on classroom expectations. You can also get extra credit in this category for volunteering in different class activities. Class expectations. What you expect is what you get. There are few things worse for a class than low expectations. The expectations for this class are high, not only for academics, but also for behavior. Without exception, all students are expected to participate in all aspects of the class. Without exception, all students are expected to refrain from all behaviors that threaten my students' right to learn and enjoy being a member of the class. This includes refraining from behaviors like cheating. Note, if caught cheating, then the one who helped to cheat will lose 50% of the grade, while the one who was helped will get an automatic 0. Plagiarizing, AI. Complaining, disrespecting others, disrupting others. Defiance. Note, defiance is failing to act in accordance with a command. Failure to comply until given a second command is defiance. Delaying compliance until one feels like it is defiance. Another point, failing to store backpacks under desks, misusing laptops, failing to participate when called upon, roughhousing, sleeping, putting head down, standing in the front of the class at the end of class, using profane or inappropriate language, wandering around the class, and things like these. Class policies. In addition to these class expectations, there are several class policies that are true for all 8th grade classes. These include the late work policy. 8th grade. No late work accepted unless there is an excused absence. Note, after much consideration, the 8th grade team has come to the decision to disallow late work. They've done so for the following reasons. 1, late work disrupts student learning. Instead of working on the lesson of the day, students are oftentimes working on past lessons. 2, late work disincentivizes students from getting work done on that day. I can always do it later, the lazy student says. 3, late work doesn't prepare students for high school when the expectations will be even more raised. 4, late work increases the likelihood of cheating. 5, late work becomes busy work. 6, late work is in disharmony with the learning process. One should build upon another. 7, late work disrespects the teacher's time, causing teachers to have to grade various assignments multiple times. End note. If there is an excused absence, then students will be allowed to turn in work 1 day late from the day that they were absent. In my class, all due dates can be found on Aries and or on Microsoft Teams. Assignment type and due date. Week classwork. Last day of the week at the end of the class. Homework. Last day of the week at the end of the class. Reading and writing practice. Last day of the month at the end of the class. Projects. Last day of the project at the end of the class. Quizzes at the end of the class on the day it was assigned. iReady at the end of the class on the day it was assigned. Excused absence work 1 day after the date of the excused absence at the end of the class. General policies. No gum, food, or other beverages are permitted in classrooms or hallways. Water only. 2, bathroom passes should be 5 minutes or less. If the student doesn't return within that time frame, then a 20-minute detention will be issued. Students must leave their phone with the teacher. 3, no passes are permitted during first and last 10 minutes of class. 4, no phones, headphones, or other electronics are to be in sight in the classrooms. If an electronic device is seen, it will be confiscated. Once phone has been confiscated, it will be delivered to the office for the student to pick up at the end of the day. 6, students will have 1 warning only, and this warning will be given on the first day of school. If you're listening to this right now, this is your warning. Thereafter, electronics will be confiscated on site. Tardy policies. Note, Students must be inside classroom prior to bell ringing. If tardy, no pass during class. If tardy 3 times in 1 week, you will be issued a 20-minute detention. If you don't attend the 20-minute detention, you must participate in campus beautification. If you still don't attend the 20-minute detention, you must serve an alt to suspension. If you still don't attend the 20-minute detention, you will be placed on the non-eligible list until you have attended your 20-minute detention, participated in campus beautification, and served your alt to suspension. Non-eligible guideline policy. 1. Students who meet the following criteria are not eligible to attend any school activity. This includes, but is not limited to, dances, rallies, socials, end-of-the-year activities, etc. 2. 25 or more tardies. 3. 3 or more cuts.